In the ethereal realm of Aztec mythology, where the celestial tapestry was woven with tales of gods and goddesses, there existed a deity of immense power and enigmatic nature, Ehecatl, the wind god. As an aspect of the revered Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, Ehecatl embodied the untamed forces of the wind, a capricious and unpredictable element that could both nurture and destroy. Ehecatl's origins were shrouded in the mists of time, but legend held that he emerged from the primordial void alongside his siblings, Tezcatlipoca, the lord of night, and Huitzilopochtli, the sun god. Together, they formed a divine trinity that shaped the destiny of the Aztec people. Ehecatl's physical form was as elusive as the wind itself. He was often depicted as a skeletal figure with a gaping mouth, his ribs protruding like the spines of a cactus. His eyes were piercing and his hair flowed like a tempest, symbolizing the chaotic nature of his domain. As the wind god, Ehecatl possessed the ability to control the elements. He could summon hurricanes and tornadoes, scattering clouds and uprooting trees. He could also bring gentle breezes, carrying the scent of flowers and the promise of rain. The Aztecs believed that Ehecatl's breath gave life to the world, filling the lungs of all living creatures. However, Ehecatl's power was not without its dangers. His wrath could be as destructive as his favor was life-giving. When angered, he could unleash devastating storms that ravaged crops, destroyed homes, and claimed countless lives. The Aztecs feared and respected Ehecatl, knowing that his whims could determine their fate. In addition to his control over the wind, Ehecatl was also associated with the cardinal directions. He was the guardian of the east, where the sun rose each morning. He was also the patron of merchants and travelers, who relied on his guidance to navigate the treacherous paths of the world. Ehecatl's connection to Quetzalcoatl was profound. As an aspect of the feathered serpent, he represented the transformative power of the wind. He could sweep away the old and make way for the new, bringing both destruction and renewal. The Aztecs honored Ehecatl with elaborate rituals and sacrifices. They believed that by appeasing the wind god, they could ensure favorable weather and protect themselves from his wrath. Temples dedicated to Ehecatl were built throughout the Aztec Empire, where priests performed ceremonies and offered prayers to the capricious deity. One of the most important festivals in the Aztec calendar was the Feast of Ehecatl, held in the month of May. During this festival, the Aztecs would gather in the streets and dance in honor of the wind god. They would also offer him sacrifices of food, flowers, and incense. Ehecatl's legacy extended far beyond the Aztec Empire. His image and symbolism were adopted by other Mesoamerican cultures, including the Maya and the Zapotecs. He became a symbol of the untamed forces of nature and the transformative power of change. As the centuries passed, the worship of Ehecatl faded with the decline of the Aztec Empire. However, his spirit continued to live on in the folklore and traditions of the indigenous peoples of Mexico. To this day, the wind is still seen as a manifestation of Ehecatl's presence, a reminder of the capricious and unpredictable nature of the world. And so, the legend of Ehecatl, the wind god, continues to be whispered among the descendants of the Aztecs. He remains an enigmatic and awe-inspiring figure, a symbol of the untamed forces of nature and the transformative power of change.